Now let's talk about what happens at a steering committee meeting. At a steering committee meeting, someone will be needed to lead the meeting. This is usually done by the project manager because you are going to be the one presenting how the project is progressing. And as a project leader, you will also begin by welcoming everyone to the meeting. If there are guests at the meeting, you will let them say a few words to introduce themselves so that everyone would get to know them. Next, the project manager will go through the slides presenting the project plan, project status. It will give some updates about the cost of the project, the major accomplishments, works that are in progress, and the next steps of the project. And finally, talk about the issues and the risks. Then after doing that, the project manager will not be the only one speaking during the meeting. So once he has finished presenting the various slides that he has prepared, some other committee members attending the meeting will also want to speak and say a few things or give some information. So the project manager should also be prepared for possible questions following their presentations, such as questions about human resources, like have you talked to the HR, or if he talked about an issue, for example. People would definitely want to ask questions on how to deal and get the answer from the project manager. And so as a project manager, whatever your answer to the questions from the committee members, you have to do it concisely, precisely, and with a few words. Then you should only continue your presentation when you have made sure that the point has been clarified and everybody has a clear idea of the issue of your answer. In cases where there's a decision to be made, it is important to say a few words on the subject, and the committee members will render their verdict as to what decision should be maintained. Now let's talk about the minutes of the meeting during a steering committee meeting. So let's just say that during the steering committee meeting, it is important to take minutes. Everything that is discussed and decided should be recorded in these minutes in order to keep track of the decisions made and the topics discussed during the meeting. So these minutes can be used as a reference throughout the project. People can come back to decisions and they can trace the date and the meeting where the decision was made. So the project manager will likely be busy conducting the meeting, therefore he can ask someone else to take the minutes. This will most often be given to maybe the project assistant, or some other member of the steering committee would gladly take that responsibility of jotting down the decisions and every topic being discussed during the meeting. So once the meeting is over, the project manager can close the meeting by thanking everyone for their participation. Then he can share the minutes of the meeting with the various meeting participants.